get the victory. All right, to the game that we followed. Dallas had to respond as Phoenix scored 40 in the fourth quarter the other night. So the question was, what was Luka going to do? And was Phoenix going to try to hunt him on the offensive end? Well, Doncic early on gets the miss right to him, and he feeds Dorian Finney-Smith. Now the Mavs are up 5. Doncic. He is so clever. Loves that fadeaway, but the step at unders, point-blank shot. Mavs led by 9 after the first. They're up by 9. Turnover. Spencer Dinwiddie, coast to coast. Paul had 7 turnovers in the first half. That's the most of any half in his career. And this is a dude that frequently has none. This is not one of those nights. Doncic, through the contact, up a dozen. Doncic, working on Mikal Bridges. Oh, it's too small. A lot of disrespectful hand signals in the game these days. Neither here nor there. Doncic, there's that fadeaway we're talking about. Again, it works out. Off the miss, stay with it, and get fouled on the bucket. 16, 9, and 6 in the first half. Mavs had 32 points in the paint, and they led by 7. And frankly, that 7-point lead had to have them worried because they played better than a 7-point lead. But now they're blowing it out. They're up by 18. This was a significant contributor tonight. Jalen Brunson, the pull-up in the lane. Now Brunson again. Booker's trying to body him a little bit and didn't make any difference. He gets the bucket there on the friendly bounce. To the fourth. Luka. Down low. 26, 13, and 9 in this one. Where's Brunson? One more time. Good ball movement. And he's attacking the glass. Gets the layup there. 28 points after he had a total of 22 in games 1 and 2. After the victory, Luka Doncic chatted with us, signed some autographs. Jason Kidd was asked how they were able to shut down a guy who's been rolling on his 37th birthday, no less. They put the clamps on Chris Paul.
What did you guys do to force Chris Paul into 7 turnovers on his birthday, by the way?
Happy birthday, CP. I think when you look at we were active. Our hands were active. We got deflections that led to steals. We came out aggressive. There was carryover from game 2 in those first 3 quarters, and we played 48 minutes tonight. And so it's a great win. But now this game is over, and now it's a quick turnaround here for Sunday.
Tim Legler joins us now. And Tim, the other night you made it really clear. Dallas has got to answer for what happened. You can lose game 2, okay, but the way they lost it and the demoralizing fashion in which that fourth quarter played out had to have a response. How did they respond in your estimation?
Well, for me, it's very simple, Scott. I think there's 2 ways to play defense in this league. You can react to what's being done to you, or you can dictate how it's going to go. And that's what Dallas did tonight. They made some adjustments on how they played Chris Paul and Devin Booker. It starts with this. The primary defender got back to him. They weren't just handing him off. If he hands him off to Powell here, when Bullock gets picked in the backcourt, Chris Paul's going to operate one-on-one against Powell and get to a pull-up mid-range jumper. Instead, Bullock sprints back and takes him again, and you see what it leads to on the other end. Turnovers lead to good things in this league going the other way. You need easy points. Dallas did that. They really forced Chris Paul into not only some errors that they forced, he also had some, I think, by omission, because I think he started to see a lot of bodies in front of him, and he was picking his dribble up sooner than he normally would and throwing the ball all over the gym. 7 turnovers in the first half. So this was a situation for me where the Dallas Mavericks basically took it, what Phoenix gave to them the other night, and they decided they were going to come into this game and they were going to dictate things defensively and look more like the team that we saw the last couple months of the season when they were in the top 10 in this league. And that's what they did. They just put bodies on those guys, and they were not going to allow Devin Booker and Chris Paul to have their way and pick who they wanted to play against. If you let great players pick who's going to guard them, it's usually going to turn out pretty well for the star player.
Now, it's not a shock at all to see Dallas get a home win. Philly either, really. But the response to the response is the big question, because you've got to get another home win to turn this into a best 2 out of 3. So I'm curious how you feel Phoenix, having seen what Dallas did, How do they turn this back around and try to dictate to Dallas? What do you expect to see on Sunday and beyond?
Well, these guys are, first of all, you talk about Chris Paul and Devin Booker in particular. These guys have incredibly high IQs. They're going to get into that film session with Monty Williams, and now they're going to figure out what they are going to do now to counter what Dallas is doing, because there is a time frame when you come off those picks that you can go operate quicker. I thought they were coming off. They're a little passive. It allowed that defender to get back to them. So now take a look at the adjustment they're going to make in that fourth game, because you look at tonight even, they took 22 shots between them. Scott, they were averaging 35 shots in the first two games collectively. So you just didn't see a level of aggressiveness out of them because they were trying to adjust to this new defense they were seeing. That's where the adjustment comes, and it helps when you're the best team in the league. Typically, when you have to make a response to what some team just did to you to turn this series a little bit, when you're the best team in the league, again, you've got Monty Williams, you got two-star players, you're going to have answers for it. Phoenix has been the best team by a wide margin in the NBA this season. I expect a much better offensive effort out of them in Game 4.
We'll find out the answer to that on Sunday, but if nothing else, on this night, the Dallas Mavericks answered for what happened in Game 2. Impressive performance. They get the victory, and they're in the series. We'll see Game 4 on Sunday. Tim, appreciate the time. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. It is just past midnight East Coast time. I'm Scott Van Pelt. This is SportsCenter with you till 1 Eastern. The Dallas Mavericks on the board with a 103-94 victory. Luka Doncic, the star of the show, is always kind enough to stay through that commercial break with us. Thank you, first of all, for that, and congrats on the victory. The other night, that fourth quarter, Phoenix really, they really got away from you guys. And you said, I got to be better on defense. That's it. How much better, Luka, do you feel like you personally were on that end of the floor tonight?
I think way better, I think they called some fouls. I don't think they were. It's a physical game. It's playoffs.
Right.
But I think not just me. I think the whole team play amazing defense. The energy was different today, and that's how we got to play every day.
The biggest difference in this game, besides being home for you all tonight, well, how do you describe it, Luka? What felt different about this game?
We play with pace and we play defense. When we get stops, we're a dangerous team. And like I say, if we play like this every game, we have a chance. Phoenix is an amazing team. They're number one team. It's going to be tough to beat them anytime, but I think we did our job great today.
Obviously, you were carrying the load in Phoenix. Jalen Brunson goes for 28 tonight. How significant is it when you're getting that kind of contribution from one of your running mates?
Yeah, he's been amazing, He showed today, and he's a great player. He's going to get paid this summer, and
yes,
we love him on this team.
He's definitely going to get the bag. Last thought, Luka. The playoffs are about how teams respond, right? You all had to respond to Game 2. You did. You know a team as good as Phoenix will respond in Game 4. How do you, between now and Sunday, prepare for what they bring to the table?
We just got to play the same game, man. Like I said, when we get stopped, we're dangerous, and we got to stay with the same energy. This crowd is amazing. They help us a lot, and we just got to play the same way on Sunday, whatever it is.
It's Sunday. It's fine. It's Friday night in Dallas.
Sunday.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Everybody's happy in Dallas on Friday night. Go enjoy the evening, Luka. Thanks for stopping by. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Luka Doncic and the Mavericks get the victory. Three little things on what was a crucial win for the Mavs. Defense. That was a big, big part of the story. They bring the pressure to Chris Paul and Devin Booker, forcing those two to commit a dozen turnovers. That's the most they had in any game across their 2 seasons as teammates. After Luka had to do everything in games 1 and 2, as we just mentioned, Jalen Brunson, who is going to get paid, stepped up in a big way, finished with 28 in Game 3, more than the 22 points he had scored in the first 2 games combined, which does not imply that Luka wasn't on his game as well. Tonight marked his 4th time this postseason getting at least 25 and 10. That's tied with Nikola Jokic for the most by any player so far in the